So welcome 2K fans, time for some more NBA 2K20 news. We're just inside 2 weeks before 2K20 drops, and there's still lots of unanswered questions. And a lot of you guys have been asking me various different questions about different archetypes, and especially what certain badges actually do. So we're gonna jump into that, but before we get started, courtesy of that boy Brian, he tweeted out a picture of a bag of Ruffles that may have had some 2K20 information on it. If you look closely, it says who will be crowned champion of the Ridge. And if you look at the very top, it says Tournament of Champions. So if you grab a bag and enter the bag code, you're gonna unlock 4 times the VC rep during this event. So compete for the crown in the Ruffles Ridge Tournament of Champions 2K event. Now once again, I'm not exactly sure how legit this is. It's just some stuff that's been floating around. But this is all good because I liked the Ruffles event last year. It was one of my favorite events, if not my favorite. You definitely could rep up a brand new build really fast, go from like an 85 to a 90 in only a couple days. So if this event is anything like the one in 2K19, I'm all for it. Now on to the devs who've been very vocal on Twitter. Zach Timmerman says, defensive leader replaces defensive anchor. New name because anchor felt big man-like. Any position can equip DL if you're a defensive build. It boosts teammates' defensive abilities while on the floor. At Hall of Fame only, allows DL to see potential shot percentages of opponents where they stand prior to shooting. That's huge because it sounds like it lets the defensive leaders see where the opponent's hotspots are because it's prior to shooting. Or maybe it just lets you know how likely they are to hit that shot if they're wide open. Either way, this is good. This is really good. That's why I'm secretly inching towards a 2-way build this year, at least to start. We'll talk more about that later. Someone from the community says, if multiple people have it, will it stack benefits? Zach says no. If you're a teammate of 2 defensive leaders, for example, you only get the benefits of the highest tiered leader. This would be pretty incredible if you had a team of all defensive players. Everybody had, Hall of Fame defensive leader on and everybody gets boosted like 5 times. That would be way too out of control. Zach continues, if you haven't noticed yet, Floor General is similar but for offense. It boosts the offensive abilities of teammates when Floor General is on the floor. And at Hall of Fame only, allows user with Floor General badge to see potential shot percentages of teammates where they stand prior to shooting. You know it's gonna be bad if I see like a 90% chance of my teammate making that shot and he bricks it. Be yelling at your teammates all game like, yo, you had a 90% chance of making that. What happened? Time your shots better. Jabbo says, what offensive abilities does it boost specifically? Zach says every offensive attribute, physicals not included. So it won't boost your speed, acceleration, strength, or vertical, but it'll boost everything else. So let's say you have playmaking in your build and you have an 85 ball handle and you're on the floor with another floor general who's a higher tier than you. He could potentially boost you to be able to start speed boosting right out the gate. It boosts every offensive attribute. That's awesome. This is probably one of the best badges in the game. Jabbo asks again, are you able to let us know by how much at each tier, silver, gold, etc.? And Zach says, bronze will give you 1 attribute point, silver 2, gold 3, and Hall of Fame plus 4. So this is like a must-have badge. If you're a playmaker and you don't run Floor General, you're messing it up for your teammates. I even tweeted that you have no excuse now. If your teammates are missing shots, it might be your fault for not equipping Floor General. So if you start yelling at your teammates need to start asking you if you have Floor General on. I tweeted out, ask not what your teammates can do for you, but what you can do for your bum-ass teammates. Equip Floor General if you want to see better success. PG Craig says, does the Floor General work in Part 2 or what? Well, absolutely, unless maybe you're playing 1v1. I probably wouldn't equip it if I'm playing 1v1. Mike from the community says, does Hall of Fame Floor General give your team more field goal boosts than gold? Or does Hall of Fame just give you the percentage? Zach says it boosts attributes, so naturally your teammates will shoot better. So some of you guys that are 2-ways or slashers who have kind of low 3-point ratings, you definitely want to run with a Floor General and probably tack on some boosts because then you'll have your own personal boost plus the Floor General's boost, and you might be able to start raining some threes. So don't try to take all the credit for making shots. You might have to look at your playmaking teammate and give him some thanks. Cease asks a really good question. Does it boost offensive abilities of the person actually holding the badge as well, or only the teammates of that person? And Zach says teammates only. So if you're a two-way playmaker running point, you're not going to get a boost to your shots. But if you run with somebody else who has playmaking in their build, tell them to equip that floor general so you both can get a boost. And finally, Zach says, the badges you're messing with and adding to your player in the demo are not locked to your player when you bring him to the full version of the game. You'll have free reign to make new decisions with your badges in the main game. This is great because I made a two-way slashing playmaker at the 1 at 6'5", and just for shits and giggles, I gave him gold rim protector, just messing around to see if I get a lot of blocks in the paint. If I use that build, I'm gonna just go ahead and switch that over to pickpocket instead. But we already knew this anyway, especially coming back from Community Day. We knew that we could equip and remove badges anytime we felt like it. In fact, I figured that out way before we even went to Community Day when Mike Wang slipped up and used the word equip. Remember, I put that video out comparing 2K20 badge system to NBA 2K14's badge system, where it was called signature skills, where you could just equip and remove signature skills. I called it and we knew this is the route they were going in. Well, anyways, no matter how you look at this is good news. Kind of sounds like 2K is going in the right direction, especially in terms of team camaraderie and team chemistry. Like, now I'm gonna have to have that long talk with teammates that I can see their percentage before they shoot and they're still missing. Like, yo bro, we need to find you a new jump shot for real. You messing around over here. But this also gets me even more excited for my two-way slashing playmaker, because I can equip floor general and defensive leader. Man, I can see the percentages of my teammates' shots and the percentages of my opponent's shots. I haven't fully committed to any particular build just yet, but that two-way slashing playmaker is really looking like the move this year. Especially when I start running with you guys in the community, when you see me in the park or whatever, I can actually help you out. Anyways, your boy Shake, aka the team player. Let me know what you guys think of this in the comment section below. As always, subscribe, turn on notifications for more news, smack that like button to show your support, and I'll see you in the next one. Mike Wang answering a community question about the difference between ankle breaker and tight handles. He says ankle breaker helps you drop off defenders with driving moves that change direction hard. Tight handles allows you to stun defenders and beat them with the first step after sizing up.